Hey guys, wanted to come on here and make a quick video, real simple, hopefully just one take, kind of highlight some upcoming events and fill you guys in on that, and then also touch on a few things with regards to my recent video about R2, the 230-inch buck. So first off, Hunt Expo is this week in Salt Lake City. Yes, I'm going to be there. It's going to be at the Peaks booth. Peaks Equipment, you've seen me use their trekking poles and gaiters a lot this year. They've been a partner of mine and have some awesome products, so come check them out. I'll be there Friday and Saturday, 10:30 a.m. both days. Be there sharp right at 10:30 because I'll be doing kind of a presentation talking about shed hunting, some of my tactics I'll be using this year, and I'm going to bring R2's antler. If you saw that in the recent video, I'm bringing that, a couple moose sheds, that big 5x4 brow tine bowl, and an elk shed. So if you guys have been following my shed hunting and you all like that and you want to see some of the antlers I've found, come by 10:30 at the Peaks booth. Now, with regards to the R2 video, there has been, it's blown up. I think at 40 something thousand views within a week. There's a number of things I left out I could have included, but really I didn't want the focus of this video to be just about, that one portion of those 6 years that was negative, that didn't go down in a cool way, in my opinion. I wanted the focus of that video to be about R2's life, the incredible journey, 6 years watching a buck go from a small, 164 point to 230-inch buck of a lifetime. I put 6 years into this deer, my heart and soul, everything into it, and really starting from scratch, not knowing anything about mule deer, to, in that 6 years, pretty much gaining all of my knowledge about high country mule deer. So I think a lot of you guys did see that and have taken it that way. I go through all the comments and it's so much positive feedback and so many stories where people resonate with this video, whether that's been them watching a specific buck or having that dream of hunting a giant deer, or having the unfortunate events that took place with me happen with them. So I think that's pretty cool how it's this story that impacted me so much, actually so many other people can connect with that. And I think that's the beauty of social media, YouTube, Instagram, all those things, is being able to share those moments that changed us and maybe shaped us for who we are, sharing them with everybody else. I feel like the video was pretty straightforward. I crammed as much of it as I could into 40 minutes, but there are a few things that maybe could use clarification. And I recently was on the podcast, the Gritty podcast, and they kind of broke it down and went back and forth on what was the right things to do going into that last week. And for the most part, I think they did a pretty fair job. They told the story pretty straight. There were a few things that I could clarify. When I go by the ground blind in the story, they say maybe go around the ground blind. Don't take that path. Well, the path is on the main trail. It's not a marked trail, but the main trail to go up and have your scent, your sound concealed. There's a little bit of a draw that goes up this face, and that's the way to go. There's animals on both sides of that and the deer on this side. Of course, I'm not going to take another path. Crunchy snow in the bottom over here. I was taking the best path up there, and again, had no idea that there was anybody in the ground blind until I was past it. And at that point, I'm past the blind. I don't know who this guy is, if he has any knowledge of the deer, really, so I don't really want to tip him off to that. I just continued on with my game plan. I think some people might think it was just my perspective from the hunt, which it is, but I want to just really clarify. I was very careful of what I added in this video, and there were a number of things that I left out, but I was very careful that anything I put in this video was either something that I witnessed with my eyes and watched happen, or personally heard from the mouth of people that are involved in this adventure. I made sure that that's the only things I added in this video. So I either heard it straight from the mouth or saw it with my own eyes. I wanted to make sure, didn't want any rumors to spread that weren't true. I wanted to keep it clean and just tell the story for how it was. They highlight where I say in my video, you know, I regret in the end not going after the buck. And they say, well, it's a 230-inch buck. I think that's why he regrets it. And I wanted to correct that because that is not why I regret it. I regret not going after the deer now because after the fact, you know, I kept pretty quiet, didn't say anything, didn't share any of my footage really, didn't share the story, and I just kind of let it go. But in the last year, every person I've talked to in the hunting industry has told me a different story that they've heard about what went down that week, and all of them were in some way warped, sugar-coated, or twisted from what I witnessed go down. The reason I partially regret it is the fact that the deer was killed, but somehow there still was some need to twist, warp, and sugarcoat the story. And I didn't think that was very cool. That's the only reason I really regret it. And to be honest, like a lot of your comments have been, you know, in the moment, you want to go do that so badly, but I really do think, you know, you go with your gut in that moment of what is the right thing to do. And in the short term, you might get hurt. You might take a few losses along the way, but like a lot of you guys have said, that erring on the side of ethical is probably the way to go. The one part that I think is kind of interesting, I completely left it out. I think it was as relevant, but that spotting situation absolutely is what killed the deer. We had the great angle that we picked out and had been using from across the canyon. I highlighted it a little bit in the video, but it was interesting after seeing my spotter over there. It's funny, the next time up, there's spotters up there in the exact same spot. So that was interesting, and then that spotting location is what ended up killing that deer. It's anybody's mountain, it's not my deer. You know, I know full well that public land, anybody can hunt it, anybody can hunt a deer. You know, I'm not claiming him in any way, and I never did in that time frame. I think there's definitely unwritten rules on when it comes to public land hunting, but not everybody follows them, and I'm not going to hold people to that. I'll try to respect them the best I can always, and you know, we're humans, we're not going to always do that. But did the people ended up getting him work hard? Absolutely. Put in a lot of time up there that year specifically. I think a lot of you took the video as it was intended, and just to appreciate the deer and hear my full story the best I could tell, and the best way I could, you know, show my respect for R2. So I really appreciate all of you guys' support. The comments have been awesome. If anybody had questions, you know, it kind of clears the air there. Lastly, I'm going to be doing a giveaway coming up. It's a pretty good one, and I think you guys are going to like it. I have an idea up my sleeve, and I hope to be dropping it in the next week, so pay attention for that. Watch on Instagram, Martin_Chag. I'll be posting a lot of the details on there. Thanks again for your guys' support. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you guys at the Hunt Expo this week.